As we have been reporting, CBS News projects Joe Biden has won the state of Michigan and its 16 electoral votes. The Trump campaign has filed a lawsuit in that state today. The campaign says it has, quote, not been provided with meaningful access to numerous counting locations to observe the opening of ballots and the counting process as guaranteed by Michigan law. Now, it's asking the state's Court of Claims to stop counting ballots until, quote, meaningful access has been granted. Michigan Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson joins me now to discuss this and more. Secretary Benson, thanks very much for joining us.
My pleasure.
What is your response? What is your response? Do you believe that this suit has any merit?
It does not have merit. It's a frivolous lawsuit, and it's really an example of the type of misinformation designed to sow seeds of doubt among our voters about the integrity of our elections process, which I fully stand behind. From the moment the polls opened yesterday, when our poll workers and election workers were able to begin tabulating ballots up until now, they have been following every rule, meticulously counting every vote, doing so transparently with people from both sides of the aisle, both looking on and working the process. So I'm very confident in our work. I'm very confident in our processes, and I'm very confident that we're going to continue counting the vote until every vote is counted in Michigan.
So for people who may have some skepticism, I know what you just said there, but can Michigan guarantee then, with a high level of confidence, that every vote that was in fact received will be counted?
Yes, that is our job. That is what our over 30,000 election workers all across the state have been committed to doing since they got the green light under Michigan law to begin counting those ballots. I am committed to ensuring every valid vote will count and that only valid votes will count in our state. And again, we've been transparent and meticulous and secure every step of the way. And that's why I'm confident that when those final unofficial tabulation results are announced, which we hope will happen soon, that we all can be confident that regardless of how a vote was cast or who it was for, that the ultimate results are an accurate reflection of the will of the people.
So I also want to ask you about a situation that seems to be unfolding even as we speak. So we have a CBS News team at the TCF Center in Detroit, and they report there have been some tense scenes with challengers outside a vote tally room. Now, they say some challengers are upset that they are not being allowed in. What can you tell us about that?
I mean, from what we can see, this appears to be something that's really designed simply to drive, again, a narrative, a false narrative, that the process is anything other than open and completely secure. There are plenty of representatives and challengers, as there have been throughout this process, inside TCF Center, watching the process, observing the process. We've been very clear that as soon as someone became disruptive, they would have to leave. We've had actually very little examples of that up until the moment that we're now in. We were actually very pleased and grateful that observers and challengers on both sides of the aisle were respectful of the process, were respectful of our election workers. And by and large, that's still what's happening inside TCF, where the absentee ballots counted in Detroit are just about finishing up. And it's all that we've seen also across the state today.
And in what parts of the state are votes still actually being counted in addition to Detroit?
Detroit, Flint, and Grand Rapids, the city of Grand Rapids, as well as the city of Kalamazoo, they've been the largest jurisdictions outstanding today. Now, they have, by and large, finished up, I believe, a lot of that tabulation, but there's a lot of processes to go through to balance the books, to dot every I and cross every T before results are published. So we're in that process now, making sure, again, that we prioritize accuracy, security, and all details as we move public with results that we know the world, the nation, and every voter in our state is watching. And so we can anticipate probably before the end of the night, we'll have a complete count, if not close to a complete count from Michigan. And again, that's twice as fast as we had anticipated as a result of the high efficiency of our election workers and our local clerks all around the state who have taken seriously their role in protecting the integrity of the process and ensuring every vote would count.
And just very quickly, in our final moments here, any idea on when we may have results on that very competitive Senate race between Senator Gary Peters and John James?
Well, similarly, as in every race on the ballot, we're focusing on counting every valid vote and ensuring only valid votes are counted. And so, as with every race, as that tabulation continues, we'll continue to see results in races that are all up and down the ticket. And we leave it to you and the public to interpret and make decisions and determinations. We're just focused on getting those numbers out, getting the data out, and ensuring that it's accurate and people can trust it.
Michigan Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson, thanks very much for your time. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.